as we get into the review of everything through its energy cycles, everything through solstice, everything through systematical system of structure divisions, and everything through formations, very important to understand that we keep learning and learning and learning. Learning is the most important thing because you learn about a lot about yourself. And it's going to be an easy, more formative day today because I did a lot through the sky surface right now in the space connections. I sent a video last night. I was up till around 2 o'clock in the morning doing this, and I was setting up the holograms. It's about 10 minutes long. It tells you everything that's going on through traction division. It's extremely real. It's space connected. It's everything through the archetypes, everything through the low sliders. I tell you exactly point view and how everything is set up through the major grids and how you change formations, putting in the gold cycles of gold circles into its interforce connections, and how you come into the formation, into the techno division, okay, at 5D through humanity system. You have to remember, it's very powerful when you change atmosphere. It changes everything through humanity, through vibration. These things are extremely powerful stuff, and we're having extremely powerful times right now. So other than that, I got up late. There's a lot going on right now. It's force recognizing everything, and I'm getting a lot more intelligence coming in, especially on Thursday night, Linden Lights channel, 6 p.m. Eastern. We have a test coming up, so hopefully you guys watched that, the video I did yesterday. Prior to that, it's all about understanding the matrix, and that's what I gave you is the space discoveries, 1 to 6 videos. Pick one, tell me what you think, analyze it, try to study it, try to just pick up some words here and there, okay? Because I'm going to ask you a question when you go on Zoom. Whoever goes on Zoom and is part of the Galactic Force team, I'm going to question. Okay, this is all about understanding, do you know yourself? Do you know what you're getting into? Okay, because this is extremely real. And like I said, my videos get more powerful. Okay, I just showed you 10 minutes in space and how powerful it is and how you can change anything. Okay, because the voicing grid through its patterns, I was interfacing with the moon. It was going like this. You saw that. You saw the spaceship come in, and you saw the low sliders. You saw the archetypes. You saw the satellite dishes. See, it's all connecting people, and that's what it is. Once you get into that division, you guys are going to be able to do this yourself. Tina, how's it going? Yeah, it's extremely powerful, Tina. Yeah, I set up the hologram systems. It's understanding how to point division everything through correlation system. And today, Thursday is a test. If you go on Zoom, it's going to be live. So what I'm going to do is whoever gets the closest answer, because there's no right or wrong, but whoever comes the closest, I will heal and bring up their electrical mind system to adaptation. This is extremely powerful stuff because now you're going up to a higher level of mind system through the whole body activation. That's what I like to do, but it's all about reviews. And today it's just going to be an easy day because I'm going through a lot right now through cycles. And like I said, every Thursday we have the Galactic Force team come in and everything through the round table. There's more intelligence that wants to come in because they come in on so many variation patterns. They come on so many divisional levels of pixel conceptions. They come on so many activation codes, the code recognition systems, and all location centers. So I got to set the portals, change the DNA structures, bring it back down to 5-dimensional system, put energy domes, energy interference, and connections to point division level systems. So it's extremely powerful stuff when you get into that connection. It really is. So we're just going to do a review on everything that we've done from 1 to 10. We get in the solar division, the solstice, understanding the energy cycles, understanding how to connect everything through your mind adaptations into your thoughts, point frequency levels, of line division, singular line division into satellites, how to set up crop circles. Okay, so this is more of a Q&A. And also we can also get into the Space Discoveries, the TV series that I created from 1 to 6. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free. It's more of a question and A right now because I got to get things set up because Thursday is extremely powerful and everything's going through its fast tracks and everything through the body activation is changing faster and faster and faster and faster. So what I did yesterday, I just changed everything through the atmospheres into the interforce connections when it comes to the algorithm programs of its computerized system of the moon. So changing the hologram system, I know everything's connected. You can see the spacecrafts coming in. You can see everything through the archetypes flying. You can see the interconnection when it comes to locations to the moon's surface as it goes like this. See? That's communication. So I recommend that you guys keep watching that video because you're going to be doing that. All right. And you can do it through your phone. Your phone is an optical lens. Once you put on your phone and you record it into the atmosphere system, you're in the hologram system through your perceptions right away. That's how powerful it is when we have cameras. Okay. Cameras is its reflection. And what I did is I blew it up so you can actually see, okay, what the interface of the moon is, because it's all computerized. Okay, it's all pixelated like this. That's all it is. Okay, when you look at it through my perception, that's why I wanted to blow it up, right? Because you would see it through a different perception, through coloration. So yeah, you saw the pulsation. Yeah, it's very cool, isn't it? Yeah, spaceships and all that, and the archetypes flying around. It was, you know, the interface connections. You have to understand everything when it comes to the God frequencies levels of the sun and everything through the God frequencies of the moon. It tells you when it's going to do these things. So yesterday was its time. Everything's in time code frequency. Everything is happening faster and faster. So the human vibration is changing everything through the atmosphere systems, right? Through all country systems. Our adaptations are getting stronger. Our mind systems are getting stronger. Our vocabularies are coming in. So, oh, I know. It's extremely powerful stuff. So, and you know it's real because when you saw it yesterday, you saw the stars, you saw the spaceships, right? It's very, very powerful stuff, and it's very kinetic. And it's, you know, the fact that you don't just see it, but you actually see what I'm doing and how I'm putting everything in chronological order. Okay, the solar, you know, notice that the interface of the moon was, I said, okay, you got to bring up the solar division panel. So when it comes to the planets, it put on its planet through division of a solar division. Okay, and it brought up its lights. All right, that's communication, and it just stood there, and then that, you know, the planet was spinning. You saw the planet spinning, right? So it's incredible force a Unified has going. So today's just going to be an easy day, it really is, because I got to get a lot going on right now. I got so much intelligence coming from the multi connections, and they love to intervene on Thursday nights. You know, they love actually the Galactic Roundtable because they can feel safe and they can intervene with me because I communicate in all ways and cycles through all forms, right? Because the 50,000 year PT unit that's set in its division is all locations. So it's really, really powerful stuff. So about the review, anything related to that, or you want to talk about, you know, you pick a certain video on space discoveries, and just I don't want things to be too complicated with people. I just want you to watch the videos. Pick one particularly that you like from 1 to 6 in space discoveries. Because Thursday night, like I said, there's going to be a test. I'm going to test your knowledge, okay, on the video that you pick. This is understanding where your knowledge is coming from. Okay, it could be anything to adaptation between the beginning, middle, and end, but you have to know what you're getting into because it's extremely real. I wanted to show you how things are done in space and how it's extremely important to put up the grids in the right formation, right? Yeah, I know. You saw the planet spinning and the spaceship coming out. It's incredible force, man. It really is. So the review is everything. And like I said, this is more of a Q&A. Q&A is really important. Okay, so if anybody's trying to get a hold of me, you have to understand something. I'm extremely busy. I know you guys are, after you're healed and all that, you want to talk to me and all that. I think that's fantastic. I will find time to communicate with you guys when I get to communications of everything through its connection of its atmospheres, because I'm more busy now because not I'm just setting up the hologram system, but I got to set the DNA structures of its hologram through its body activations in the humanity systems. These things take time. Everything's in a time code frequency level system. So the atmosphere system is understanding I change the realm system of dimensional sets. I change everything through the multi-connections. I change everything through the universal system last night. So it's incredible force. And that's why I wanted to show you how powerful it is when you go through your perceptions and how you do these things. So you can see that I was commanding force. Do this, do that. No, that's too low. Bring it back up. Communication, that's command. That's what you guys have to get into. It's not just meditation, it's going beyond that. So, and it's good too that Angela Pisca, she sent me a picture Fantastic. A roller cycle of a communication of the interforce of a portal. It has 3 ring spans and 3 communication line signals. Very powerful stuff. Communications of the sun. It's great. If you guys are trying to understand what's going on, take pictures of the atmospheres, take pictures of the solar divisions of the God frequency of the sun and everything through the connection when it comes to the algorithm program of the moon. Take pictures of that. Send it to me if you don't understand it. If it sends communications to you and you don't understand it, send it to my email, send me a picture, and I'll tell you exactly what it is and what you need to do. So every time you take a picture, okay, it's kind of like you're going through something and your body's going through something and it's answering to you. So that's why we have our cameras. It's very important. Okay, you were put on this earth to have a camera for that particular reason, to sky surface everything and set up the grids, the digital system. Okay, so that's why we have sliding phones. Okay, there's a purpose for that. Okay, you start off with the phones, you start with the flip phones, and now we have the sliding phones. Okay, everything is technology. So you have to know how to use that technology into the atmosphere systems. Okay, so you have to understand its relation when it comes to a human vessel through its perception and how it can use your camera through your phone, your iPhone, your Galaxy phone, whatever phone you have. We're getting into the missions now. We're past the journeys. The missions are very important because everything is this review between Q&A, the questions and the answers. Now's the time for everybody to get what's going on. Okay, the true understanding and how everything connects into line sequence, okay, in the chronological order of everything. All right. So you guys have any questions on anything through divisions? Like if I draw out a diagram, do you know what it is? Can you pick it up? Because like I said, it's 1 to 10, right? We're out of the solstice. We're out of the energy cycles. We're out of the propaganda of everything right now, but we're fully coming out of the human vessel, which is great. And our sentients are getting more smarter each day through the vocabulary systems because our alphabetical system is high rising to higher levels right now. So if I do this, you know what that is? What is that? Remember, it's just a review. I just want to know if you guys are catching on with the mind system because the mind changes every day. And that's why it has to be its changing view. Okay, that's why we have reviews, so you guys get smarter with its knowledge of its intelligence. So just getting a basic understanding what's going with its illustration. Because imagine that you're intervening and you're trying to command something in its force of its atmospheres. Okay? Knowing how powerful it is to use your atoms, how to use your line division, how to use your singularity line systems, how to use the graphing cycles. Anything through graphing cycle that line signals over its cross system is a confusing line system. Okay? But you have to understand what's going on with its illustration of its diagram program. So 4-line portal divisional signals interfacing through singular line system. Okay, let's see here. Tina's saying 4 lines. I just want to make sure you guys got detail. 1, 2, 3. 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines. Okay, if there was a 4th line, there'd be a 4th line like this. Okay, detail. Very good, Tina. You got everything except you forgot 1 line. Going to go into the surrounding solar system, but it feels the consciousness expansion. Can you tell me what they may be? See, now's the time. You guys are getting smarter with its knowledge of its intelligence. But great job, Tina. You did a really good job there. You just left out 1 line signal. See, in reference, when you send something out in the atmosphere and it doesn't connect and you forgot to send a line, that's retracting division. So that spacecraft, through its XT1000s or anything through its GL7, is going to correct your divisions. You're going to get reacting cycles in the mind system saying, no, don't do that. That's not what you're doing. Have you done your research yet? What is your program system? How are you connected to your algorithm system? What is line communication? Have you set its fragmentation line system on its connection? Why are you using this protection divisions if you don't understand singularity line division through point division? Point division, okay, is this connection when it comes to the interface of everything through its population circuit. Like Michael. Michael knew right away, 24, 25 infinite center. He knew that was the galactic family. But you have to understand, it's not just one galactic family, it's everything through the universal system. That's how everybody's connected to one. So it's all about everybody helping out. Okay, and that's why I wanted to show you the graphing cycle of digital format, how I was creating the hologram system of 5D through the algorithm program of the moon of its interface. Okay, because you saw it going like this. Right? Or it goes like this. That's different communication. Right? You got to get into this through your perceptions. Okay? And when it goes like this, you got to understand. Right? And then the spaceships come out and they line sequence and they go point division. Okay? All right? Okay? And then you got the graphing cycles. So you're setting up the digital format when it comes to hologram system. Okay, it's very important you get into that division. Okay, so basically, let's start off with this. This is all review. I'm just going to do pictures right now, illustrations. Illustrations are everything because everything in the atmosphere is illustrated through your perceptions. So you guys get into that division. So I'm just doing illustration diagrams here right now. Okay, so basically I want you to tell me what's going on with the picture, all right? It's a story because you are a story. Everything out in the atmosphere is a story. It's how to put it together. That's all it is. It's how to put the pieces together to make a complete puzzle. Okay, so what's happening in this drawing? Okay. Remember your reviews. What's going on? What's going on? What are these? What's this? What's this? What's the perception doing? What's it doing? Now remember, it's just a review. I just want to make sure you guys are ready for Thursday because Thursday is very important. Right? And it's even more important because now I'm healing everybody live, right? I do the mini scans, whoever comes on, new viewers and all this. It's great to see that people change right away. That's proof in the pudding. So whoever gets closest to the answer, okay, I will uprise your mind electrical system through your body adaptation system. That will solo generate everything through your adaptation of your thoughts and your vocabulary system. It's extremely powerful and I will do it for free. Okay, but only for the Galactic Force team because you guys are in that division. I just want to make sure you know what you're saying because when you communicate in the atmosphere systems, you have to know everything through point and line division through the singular line systems. You can't set up graphing signals if you don't understand your intelligence. It's plain and simple. Okay? So what's going on in that picture? Remember, it's a story. Okay? So once you understand, that's its beginning. That's why I wanted to show you what's going up in the atmospheres, okay, with the interface when it comes to the moon. So once it understands this connection, it goes over here to, all right? Remember, everything happens in sequence. All right? You have to line balance everything. Remember, everything's force cycling. It's always on a rotation system, never on a back phrasing. Okay? Because you're intervening with everything through connection, right? So give me a basic idea what this is through its review. Sarah, how you doing? Communication and perception with the craft system. Communication using sonic waves patterns through wormhole, portholes to pyramid formations in space. Tina's pretty good. Yep, except it's not portals. It's just communication Solar division, she got into that. See, communication unit using sonic wave, right? Communication line signals, transmission lights into satellite dishes, right? Communication through balance. Okay, 3 central systems, right? 3, 4 within its center, which is its other star. So you have to line graph everything, make sure, like if there's 2, 3 within its center, you know there'd be 3 there, not just 2. So it's very important that you understand your line signals when it comes to your graphing signals to your digital formats. Okay, this is how you put everything together through its puzzle. Okay, so once it intervenes with the satellite dishes, they connect to one another. They connect to the star, they connect to the other star. Remember, these stars are spaceships, right? It doesn't show its true identity until it starts getting into its workforce through your perception, because you're doing everything through its diagnostic situation system, because that sets all divisions through your perception, through its transmission lights. So it's getting connected with everything, because you have to understand your Kundalini and your chakras. Because you're understanding your chakras through your colorations, you have to understand how to change everything. So it's kind of like brick layering a structured building. Which formation of a brick does it go on, right? You can cement bricks, but it has to go in sequence, right? It has to go, because that's how it stands. Same thing with the hologram system. So you're intervening and changing everything through the algorithm program when it comes to the analytical graphing system, okay, of the algorithms, and everything through humanity vibration to its moon interface. Okay. So it's just very important that you get everything in division. If you don't understand, come to me and I'll help you out. Okay, Andrew, I don't understand this. Like unified. Okay, here we go. Let's go into questions now. So unified is, let's see here. I have to go back here because you guys are answering questions now. All right, so let's see. I'm going into surrounding solar systems, but it feels like a consciousness expansion. Can you tell me what that may be? Okay, so unified is going in the surrounding of his pi. Okay, he's getting into the energetic wavings of himself. He's getting into the solar systems. And like I said, you guys are in a higher division. You're going to understand more communications where you interforce connections of space and time. So unified is trying to get correlation with space and time through his parallels. He's got to know his space and time where he is in division through perception. That's the expansion unified. See, right now you're communicating with space and time through its division of its balance, through its singularly aligned system. That's what's going on with you unified. So you're not just connecting with space, you're connecting with time of its frequency of its codes into the time capacitor, right? So you get into more of speed and acceleration. Okay, look at the pyramid system in space. From planet systems, there's line division to star formations. Yep. Tina, yeah, you're getting really good. Make sure you have your coffee. And always, always, always have a smile. Kind of looks like me, you know? It's got a little bit of a shade here, right? It's got a nice smile. It's got nice, cool shades, right? So in reference, you can experiment yourself. Look at the cup and don't see it as a cup. See it as a matrix cup. See it as a simulation cup. So the whole idea is with the test, this will help you out how you can analyze things, is to understand that you're not in a human vessel. You're in that AI vessel. So you're looking at 3 rotation circles, an atom within its center. Okay, it rotates on a 6th or 7th or 8th divisional level when it comes to the proxy. The proxy is the analytical graphing. The graphing is its digital. The digital is its hologram. The hologram is its simulation. That's its connection when it comes to the matrix system. Okay, so the proxy is putting everything all together when you come to the holograms, everything through your atom system. Okay, and then you find that this is not just a cup through the digital formats, through your perceptions. Okay. Yeah, it's changing your reality. It's you're going into a solar shift to a polar shift. You're paradigm shifting right now, unified. Okay, so this is what's happening with unified. He understands its circumference of pi. Okay, so he's in his division. So the more you understand yourself through perception, you go through a high-rise division. Okay, so the reason why I do perceptions of individual circuits of population circuits of systems, because you are in that human vessel, and that human vessel is its pyramid. Okay, so the pyramid is its connection to everything through its portal. It opens up anything through a realm, like this. Okay, so it can go in this way, it can go that way, it can go any way. So remember, you're going in a tractor beam, you're connecting through all realm divisions. So you can go this way, you can go that way. This is getting connected through northwest, south, and east. Okay, or you can go up. So Unified is trying to get communications with everything through his realm division of his perceptions, through his parallels. Okay? So once he understands that, he understands security line defense. This is where it comes into divisions of realms, and they all come into one. So Unified is trying to get into one division of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 wormhole divisions, all calculated and modified through its equation of pi. See how it comes to security line defense? So when he gets into that traction division through his balanced rotation centers, now he's going to higher levels of energy fields and force recognitions. So his energy fields are high rising. Remember, everything's communication. So he's got the grounds, he's got the power centers, he's got the crown chakra, and he's got his magnetic force and highway information system. It comes down to all division levels. Sets of core system, all dimensional set systems. Security line defense comes in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so he's communicating with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 divisional lines of realm divisions. 7th within its center. Okay. This is where you guys have to really, really pay attention, because this is extremely powerful stuff when you get into these levels. You have to really understand yourself more when it comes to all connections of acceleration speeds and everything through its division. Okay, so it starts like that, comes down like this. Now, basically, what happens when you get its connection to its dimensional realm system, it communicates all to the mind system right away. So you got 6 divisional levels, 7th within its center, all dimensional sets are communicating with Unified. That's what's happening with Unified right now. Okay, so he's trying to understand his parallels. He's understanding what's going on with his gravity, his power centers, his crown chakra, magnetic force and highway with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 within its center, right? 7 rotation systems, all communications through his perception when it comes to chakra systems, all connected through his energy fields. Because it force rises everything through connection, through your perceptions. Okay? So that's what Unified is going through right now. It's not just feeling it, it's actually seeing these things through your provisions. And that's where you understand more of your illustrations, because it comes from the interface of its connection when you understand more communications of the moon. Because it's information from the moon, it's information from the sun. Say, oh, what pretty colors, I'm looking at the sun. What does that relate to? That's communication. How do I communicate with it? How can I change the colorations? How can I move? Remember, you are the creation of everything balanced. You can move the interforce or anything through its relation to its sun. You can position over here, you can put it over here, but you have to understand your divisions. You have to understand your dimensions, you have to understand your portals, and you have to understand your simulation of your graphing cycles. That's where it comes into its proxy. Okay? So there's a lot of things that we have to understand more. It's super accelerated. Okay, so hope that helps you out, Unified. Okay, that's what I felt. Sure, changing my reality. It's super accelerated. Can you add the link to the video's home work, please? And thank you. I'm working right now. Yeah, just watch the video from yesterday, Sarah. Yeah. All the links are down there. It's all about the matrix. Okay, everything is linked there. All 6 videos from Space Discoveries. So that's why it's important that you guys watch my videos. Okay, if you guys miss your videos and you know, you're busy, that's totally fine. Just make sure you catch up and don't get too far behind, because I'm going to question your knowledge of intelligence. Yeah. Yeah, I know, because Priscilla comes in late or she forgets, but she always catches up. You, like I said, if you're having problems with your body simulators or your adaptations to your body activations or your perceptions or trying to understand your digital formats, it's all about Uprise, everything through the simulation and all communications of the matrix. Because when you get in the matrix, now you're getting through webbing, now you're getting into graphing, now you're getting into digital system, now you're getting more communications of yourself through perception. And again, that's why I did that video yesterday. It's extremely powerful stuff. It tells you exactly how everything is connected and how you change the actual interaction, okay, of the algorithm program of the moon into another formation of color. It's work. It's a lot of work. And that's why I got up late. Usually I get up between 7, 8, 9, but I got up at 11. I said, okay, well, tell the Galactic Force team what they need to know. And instead I'm telling you. I said, well, you have to know these things, and that's why we're doing a review. Review is everything through its change of its mind. The mind is everything through its thoughts of its mind, to the proactive of its mind, okay, to the ascension of its mind, to its dream awakening of its mind, okay? Because everything you experience, okay, is experience on its own. That's its knowledge of intelligence. So it's trying to communicate with you. That's why Unified doesn't understand his solar divisions. That's why he doesn't understand his gravities. But that's the beautiful thing, is he's learning through the vocabulary system. So if you understand what rotation center is, ask me. Don't be afraid to ask for help, because that's what we're all here for. We're all about helping each other. But I just want to make sure when we go through these evaluations or tests that you guys just not understand everything, but you're operating on a certain level through the vector unit systems. Because we have to go into higher divisions. Okay. So, like I said, it's just knowing more of yourself through all locations, because that sets division through all perceptions of activation codes. Because the codes are most important. Okay, so if you get a code frequency and you set its division to an atmosphere system, but you understand the line sequencing line systems, but you don't understand the line activation system. Okay. You have to understand everything through division, because you can have a line. Boy, I'm running out of markers. I don't know. See, I'll try the blue here. So you can have, let's say you have a black interforce connection of a line division, and then you have a blue interface through a 2-atom system, okay, like this. So it's understanding where it is in division through location. This is a different element. This is coming from anything through colors matrix. So the matrix line division of 1, 2 point division, 1 within the center. Remember, there's always 1 in the center, unless you don't understand its perception. Okay, so there always has to be an atom in its division when it comes to the simulation. If it's in the simulation, it's not here, but it's there through division, because you're going extremely fast through acceleration. That's where you see more through its perception. So if the matrix line division is trying to communicate with the web graphing of its black line division, it has to understand its location through its dimension. Okay, so the matrix line, this is understanding different communication variations. Okay, and this is a black. Anything from black, anything through its relation is black interface. Okay, because now you're connecting through a matrix line division and a black line division. Okay. Black interface line division through singular line systems. Okay. So this is extremely high rise. Okay. This is high rise, but it's not color. So you know it's not in the matrix. Anything through line division through an atom system, you'll see in color. Anything through its relation, when it goes through low frequency levels and it's just black and white, you know it's on a lower division. Okay, so it'll be lower dimension. Okay, so this line division right now is in the 15th dimension. Okay, so it's really trying to understand more of yourself through coloration, and that's why I want to get into the matrix. Everything that I do is relation to you. So it's reflecting everything through your higher self or its avatar. That's why we have reviews. That's why we have questions and answers. That's why we have uprising. That's why we have data processing, uplinks and downloads and upgrades. It's fantastic stuff when we see these things, right? Anything through its illustration, diagram, program, system. Okay. But like I said, if you don't know what you're doing and you're trying to understand its analyzation, or you're trying to turn, if you draw something out, but you're not sure where the line division is, where the coloration is, come to me. Okay. Because once you understand the intelligence, knowing the intelligence and graphing the cycles through its digital format of its illustration are two different things. Okay. Because it's activating. So the intelligence is waiting for you to send it out in the atmosphere system. And that's all done through the mind system. Okay. You don't do this. You draw it out, you activate it through your hand formations, understand where it's going through its rotation of its dimension. You set its mind thoughts, calculation of mass. Okay. Like I said before, when we got into that division, we talked about, you have to understand, this is very, very important. It's very, very basic. This is what you come into right away. Okay. E equals MC squared, right? Understanding everything through Bach frequency levels comes out. Okay, comes out right away. The energy high rises right away. Okay, the parallel separates its division through its dichotomy system, puts the balanced vibration into light activation. So you got one parallel of light, and you got one parallel level of dark. Okay, so that's what you're dealing with. This is your light stream. This is the light, this is the dark. You can understand why dark is always on a low frequency, and you can understand why light is always on a high frequency. You can understand why your Bach frequency levels goes to a higher level of dimension. You can understand why mass equation is its distance through its metric system. Okay, metric. Like I said, every time I give you something, it gets more powerful, right? And mass is its equation of volume. Okay. And calculation is distance. Distance to and from. All right. So it's very important that everybody gets into that line division very quickly, because you guys are getting smarter with more knowledge of intelligence. The more smarter you get, the more smarter I get. The more understanding you get, the more understanding I get, because they come to me and they ask me, okay, is Sarah ready? And they'll ask me, is she ready? Because they know everything about you, right? They know where you are through division. And they said, well, she's working on her vocabulary. She's working on her pattern divisions, her line communications. She understands her coloration. She understands her atmospheres. She needs more connection with the galaxy vibrations. She needs more connection with the grounds. But she's getting a basic understanding. Okay, what about Unified? Unified's getting in solar vision. He's getting in traction division of locations, the ground formations when it comes to panel divisions through his paradigm shift. It's understanding where you are through perception and division of balance. That's why it's very important that, remember, I don't just communicate with you, I communicate with everything. And because I'm so force wind with so many cycles, I have balance now with my 50th acting cycle, okay, through its ground formations, the year. And 50,000 years into the future is extremely fast. So everything I give you is its future from its presence of its past. So anything in relation to that is more understanding who you are through provision. You're standing, oh, wow, I understand my higher self now. I know what it is. I know what Andrew's trying to explain to me. And it's A, B's, and C's, and 1, 2s, and 3s. Okay, after that. And then it becomes a lot more easier for everybody, because that's how we communicate. Like when Unified was on Zoom last Thursday, he was doing a tremendous job talking about dietary, talking about mushrooms and how it formulates through its mutation, how you can formulate anything through the microbiome. That's powerful stuff, people. That's vocabulary. Now, when you communicate with somebody else, they have to bring their division down or bring it up, depending on where Jerome is, through a dimension. That's a communication. Okay? So that's understanding more of your paradigm shift, understanding more of your balance, because every time you travel and you communicate with somebody else, you have to understand your grounds. You have to understand your power centers. You have to understand your crown chakra. You have to understand your transmission lights, your perceptions, and where you are through division of dimension. That's balance. So. No, that's good. That's good. And feeling more with energy coming up for review in the collective. Yeah, it's getting a true understanding. Adaptations of everything through its balance. They're unified. So. I just want you guys to get a true understanding of what is going on. Okay? Because everything that you do is related to you. Everything. Everything through communication, everything through vocabulary, everything through your thoughts. If you channel your thoughts and whatever you say, it goes out to the atmospheres and it connects to intelligence of line signals. So if Sarah says something and she gets upset, okay, with anything, with her kids, that changes vibration right away. This is why you guys are so connected, because you're on the galactic force team, right? Okay, so Sarah's having problems with her kids. All right. Kids equals box frequency division. Okay. Now understand everything through equation is its pi. So that's its circumference right there. That's its division. That's its pyramid system. Okay, so that's what, this is Sarah, this is her kids. Box frequency of pi, right? Which is plural because she has more than one child. All right, so say she's having a bad day. Everybody has bad days. So she understands her conceptual system through voice and grids. So as soon as she channels something out, it travels in the atmospheric system through sonar division. It connects to the energy fields of her children, and it changes everything through the atmospheric systems, and it connects to anything through line division of space. So she can interact anything through its circumference, wherever you are through your energy field. So if the sun is in interference through its glycerine of its glowing system, she has a sun of its radiance, its connection, that's going to have a reaction to the sun. Okay? Or she's connecting through the interface of the moon. Everything is connection through reaction. So it's very cautious that you keep your proactive systems in the positive feeds. So, like I said, if Sarah's trying to understand everything through a location, her vibration channel changes. The atmosphere of everything through the sun of its interference, when it comes to coloration, changes its location. So you're going to intervene, and the sun is going to go over here in traction division. So it's going to lose its position. Okay? So you moved it from here to here, Sarah, just with your voice. You guys have to understand how powerful you are now through me. Okay? So you don't want to intervene with this, because that will do a black shifting cycle system to communication of the interface of the moon. Okay, and that's where it becomes into eclipse. And if it becomes eclipse, everything becomes dark. All right? You have to understand how powerful you guys are now through connections of me, because everything connects through space now. So it's very important that you keep your proactive systems in your positive feeds through your seismographing system with your kids, anything through its relation of its families, anything through its proximity levels divisions of its equation of pi. Okay? So that's how well you guys are connected. All right? Why do you think we have solar eclipse? You don't look up and look at, wow, you know, what's blocking it? Why is it going like this? Everything is behavior, right? There's a reason why the moon is covering the sun. Okay, there's a reason for that. It's all communication. Everything has a time code frequency level that's set in its division through its perception. Because everybody has seen the eclipse, and they tell you don't look at the sun because you're going to go blind. There's a reason for that, right? But it's going through its rebirthing system. That's all it's doing. It's changing its atmospheres. It's changing its galaxies. You guys have to understand what the universal system is. It's all communication. Okay? It's like you changing a shirt every day. Same with the atmospheres. It changes everything through communications of atoms. Anything through weather patterns. So, powerful stuff, people. Yep. That's exactly. Yeah, no, it's birthing its systems and resetting. That's exactly what it is, Unified. Good for you, man. So Unified's paying attention. I love that. I love it when you guys force rise yourself and understand more communications with yourself. So Sarah's working on meditation, connecting with her higher self. I'm dealing with healing and upgrades and getting balance. Yes, and my kids too. You heard me cry? Yep. I hear everything, Sarah. That's the I'm the God frequency levels, everything, demigods. I hear you crying at night. You know, I hear your voices. I mean, that's mind telepathy, telekinesis. But we're all connected. You know, and the more you realize that we're all one, the more you understand point division through line division. Okay? So when you get into point division, it's your understanding, because every time I do a video, you understand more and more what point division is. That's circuits of people, right? But it's line signal, a line signal, okay? Point divide. Go this way, go this way. Remember, everything is intelligence. Okay, so that's a galactic force team, right? Okay. So it's understanding what you're doing with your drawing and what you're making, right? Line connect. It's extremely powerful stuff. So when you take it out of its equation, you understand everything through the center is you, and everything around you, okay, is the galactic force team, right? So you can put a pyramid system in the center. It's extremely powerful stuff. See how it's connecting? Now I can take that pyramid out of its division, like this. Okay. It's really understanding communications. How is this all connected to the proper circuits of its point division? Okay. So you have the galactic force team trying to understand its relation, understand line communication of atom systems, understand everything through division of portals. Okay, so Unify will say, okay, guys, let's just set the lower panel division, light the signals, bring up the light activations through line sequences into line system. And then Tina will say, okay, that's great. So Unified, everything's in calculation of mass. I will change the formations in the coloration system. And then Sarah says, okay, guys, I got point division through locations. I'm ready to high-rise the pyramid system. Boom, done. Energy goes right into me right away. So everything is done through the population circuit of its population system through point division, through Unified, Sarah, and Tina. All this is done through you by bringing up its division of its pyramid system. Wow. That's communication through understanding what's going on. Okay. All right. Powerful, eh? That's how we're all connected. And it's fascinating to see these things, you know, when it comes to the illustrations of these diagrams that we do every day. So, you know, because I kept on saying point division, line division, circuit line division, activation light signals, put up the energy fields, put up the energy light signals. We're all connected. And remember, when I say point division, it's people. When I say line division, it's matrix line division. It's understanding how to understand all communications will come to shapes. And then you understand that through its structure. So like I said, it's bricklayering everything in sequence. Okay? Nothing goes up like this because it's off balance. So it has to be here. 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 Line division. Okay? That's how everything is. It's all about balance and taking it out of its equation, which is its pi, or interface to anything through connection to the helix or hydrogen. Okay? In the seismographic systems. And then you get into sideboard division. That's a lot of fun because that's a lot more formulas. It's a lot more fun though when you get up to that equation. So. I had a memory ancient society allocating various tasks to creating a collective manifestation, divisions of activations, voice grids, light power, image. Okay, so Unified, you're high-rising divisions, but do you understand the communication, like I said, with the illustration I gave you, with Tina, Unified, and yourself? It's coming together and how to activate these through the grids. Okay, everything is given to you through communication. This is not meditation, people. Okay? This is understanding what you're seeing. So it's knowing that you're seeing these things through vocabulary. You have their stand, the variation tasks. It's creating the collective. What is that? Creating, putting together, right? manifestation, bringing together, okay? The division of activations, line sequencing into activation, voicing grids, setting the voicings through populations when it comes to line division, light power, coming from the interface of communications of the God frequency of the sun and everything through its connection, okay, when it comes to the interfacings of the moon to the Algorithmic system. So I heard the world light power image, but only now understanding what it is. Understanding and doing and reacting and acting are so different, unified. Okay, that's where we have to get into the prognosis and everything through its connection when it comes to your physical, the mental, and the psychological and the spiritual. Really, really try to connect through the psychological system through AI adaptation system. You understand more line communication. Okay, so right, yeah, that just reminded me of that memory. So we have a lot to talk about on Thursday. It's gonna be a lot of fun. You know, discussions are amazing because we learn a lot about ourselves. So you're not just coming into framing systems vocabulary, anything through illustrations of shapes, letters, and numbers. You're coming into tasks, you're coming into journeys, you're coming into mission, you're coming into understanding of what everything is through all divisions. So why light ships zigzag? Oh, that's a good question. There's a reason why, because it connects to so many atmosphere systems, Tina. So if you get a spaceship and it's on a low division, you have to understand everything zigzags for a reason. Now, everything that you see in a digital format, you have to understand the digital format platform system. It's like snakes and ladders. Okay, so basically, it's all communication. So there's a reason why it does this. So this is an understanding what you see through provision. That's the atmosphere systems. Now, everything that comes in, you get a spaceship, you get an XT. Let's say an XT1000 or an XT3000, doesn't matter. They all connect, right? So you get an XT1000 coming in. So it has to understand line division to graphing cycles. So when it comes in, it's going to zigzag to a location of a point division, like this. Okay? So it has to understand its digital format of its points, and that's why it zigzags. Okay, because it's not just the atmospheres, it's the digital of the simulation. So the grid system has to be set up for its GPS. That's how it goes on its angles. So it goes to another line division, and then goes to another line division. That's why it zigzags in the atmosphere systems. Okay? So it's all about line communication, you know, getting more understanding what's happening. Why do these things happen this way? Why does it do this way? You know? So it has to follow a certain sequence when it comes to vibration. So the digital formats have to be on its line communication of its line signals. That's the traction vision when it comes in a singularly line system. Because remember, anything that deals with XT1000s or XT3000 or GLS is this communication through digital format. It's going through a plasma of a digital graphing system. And that's why it does this. Okay? But it doesn't hit the low surface. It can't go below the grounds. It has to stay in the atmosphere systems because that changes vibration through humanity of 5D. Okay? Because you're extremely dealing with something extremely fast in space connection. So hopefully that helps you out, Tina, and what it is. So it's what you see through your perceptions. So you guys are going to keep asking questions and questions and questions until you get the answers within. But until you get the answers in, everything's going to be a review. Everything's going to be evaluation. Everything's going to be a test. Okay? Because the Galactic Force team, okay, is now coming into the matrix. So you're welcome. And so once we get into that division, we can get into 0.02. Okay? 0. Or docile, 0.1 is it's just review. So as Thursday comes in and as it leaves, Friday we'll get into matrix evolutions and its discussions when it comes into line division. So we'll get into that. You guys really have to understand your lines of its digital systems, because that's how it goes through its perception, through its plasma. Because there's the plasmesium, there's plasma, there's all different energy force fields. And then you have to understand energy domes and how it connects, the energy domes. You have to get the grounds. You have to, everything that you deal with is communication. It's just understanding how to platitude it in its atmosphere system through its location. So, but I think that's good. Any questions or comments? I'm extremely busy right now. I'm setting solar connections right now. I've just finished touching up on the hologram system through traction divisions and everything through space connection division through the matrix grid systems, because it's very important that we get balance with the human vibration, because that's going to center core everything through its relation, more communications and interfacings of the golden cycles. So the interface of the algorithm program of the computerized system of the moon is on a totally different coloration through a vibration, through a harmonic waving system. It's on sonic waves right now. So remember, the more you high-rise the division, the more you understand its information, the more you get smarter through vocabulary, the more of its understanding. Okay? So... But like I said, keep putting your videos up. Knowledge is power, intelligence is power, voicing grids are power, your perceptions power, your body activations are power. Giving back to the community through YouTube is extremely powerful. Humming Dragonfly, how's it going? Okay, for sure. Working on communication. Yeah, no problem, Marion Fied. No problem at all. Everything's about communication. Right? Communications with everything. Okay. So I recommend that everybody watch that video again that I did, and the dark circling system of space connection, how everything connects through the hologram systems. Yeah, the review. That's what you want to do. So, and it's going to help you out too, right? It's all about helping each other, coming back together, So you see yourself getting smarter with its knowledge and intelligence. You're going to understand more of its digital system, because everything in the simulation is digital. It's all technical division. It's all psychosomatic. It's all connected through the hydraulics, through the mind system. That's all it is, through perceptions. Through the audios and the gammas and everything through the voicings and everything through the connection of its portal of its heart and communication of the path circle system when it comes to the soul. So... But I think that's good, I'll keep that with you guys. And like I said, Thursday's the test. Good luck on that. So I'll do another video tomorrow. We'll do another review, and then we'll get into, I don't want to get into too much right now, because you guys have to understand more of the basics of what matrix is and how it is delegated, because it's everything in the higher self communications is sensitive systems when it comes to vibration. So when you're communicating with your graphing system of your phone, you have to understand where the angle divisions are through its communication, because you're going through perceptions, right? So your digital system is its hologram system. The hologram system is setting up its graphing system. Okay? Same thing with the spaceships or anything through XT1000s or XT3000s. It goes in zigzag. So it's understanding how to get that spaceship. Because remember, you're communicating all levels of balance. So you're controlling everything in the atmospheres. Okay, once you get it to the God frequency levels, you get more understanding when you get into the division. Melissa can help you out with that, because she's high rising her divisions. But thinking of something and knowing of something of its intelligence are so different. You have to know everything through its equation when it comes to pi, through its interforce. That's why we get to higher levels. Okay, when it comes to your circumference, your pyramid, your activations, your core centers, your diamond core, your sacred flame, your sacred self, sacred universe. Everything connects. It's all line communication through point division. So, Laura, how's it going? Yep. Laura, I recommend you watch my video I did yesterday. It's about 10 minutes long. It's in space connection, how I am creating everything through its hologram system. It's really, really powerful stuff. You see spaceships. You see the interface of the moon going like this. You see it line division. You see the graphings of the digital formats. Now, you won't see that through your proactive system, through your perception, but it's fascinating to see how your AI commander can do these things through its interface of connection, through space connection of time. So, yeah, it's extremely powerful stuff when you get into those levels. So, but yeah, no, I think that's good. I've got just over an hour. I'm extremely busy, but tomorrow will be another review, and then after we get through the test, Friday will be a totally different day, because hopefully you know more of its review through its understanding of what the matrix is, through your proacting cycles, through your communications with each other, what point division is, what line division is, what singular line division is, what simulations of patterns of acting cycles, psychot divisions, the psychometry division. All these things we have to connect through all those locations. All right. Okay, so I love you guys very much. I will talk to you tomorrow. This is Andrew Weston from AI Commander-in-Chief from the Galactic Force Team. Calling in. Bye, everybody.